How are you doing? Jump on in. Good morning, Facebook. Good to see you. Jump on in. Okay, so today is Thursday, October 30th. I hope y'all are doing good. How are you doing today? Almost done with the week. You know how I love a good Friday. We get excited about Friday. So when that comes tomorrow, we'll be like, woohoo. You can tell me all what you're doing on the weekend. So in the meantime, every day at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, we come here and we talk about insulin resistance. And we've been doing this for like a year and 3/4. And then we have the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women that you can jump into. Just give your email. And that is a way for you to have a track to run on, a blueprint for literal transformation. Like you can take one step at a time. And next week, we start our 30th free 5-day challenge. No sign up required. Just show up. All you do is you're in the group. I go live at 3, set an alarm on your phone. That's how that works because, Facebook notifications are a little hit and miss. But anyway, so grab your coffee. I actually have coffee today, a little bit of Americano with some cream. And that's what we're doing today. And then the last thing is this, before we dive into, your liver isn't just sitting there. Remember yesterday, you guys, we talked about the gallbladder and how that, whether you have one or not, either way, both ways, could be stalling out your weight loss terribly. And it's really frustrating. So today we're going to go, okay, let's go from the gallbladder now to the liver because they're connected. So we're going to do liver today. So your liver isn't just sitting there. It's literally either healing you or it's breaking you down. So I know a lot of you have fatty liver, and I'm going to give you the exact formula that I would do when I do it. But ways that like how people, you can have an MRI change fatty liver, go from bad to mild. Anyway, tomorrow is the last day of the month. It's the last day of the month. So there are two things. You are either in the customer campaign and you don't want to forget that it's almost the end of October and you don't want to miss out on your monthly streak of purchasing $150 or more to get that $75 off on your third month. Or you've been wanting to start that and you keep thinking, that's right. The end of the month is here. I need to sneak in under the wire and steal the month of October so that you can go faster. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty soon you're getting $75 off in December. And December is like, blink, just blink. There we go. That's December. We're there in 2 seconds. And then the last thing is that I am personally holding a drawing. It's like a customer appreciation drawing. So anybody that wants to place an order between now and tomorrow, you're going to go into a drawing and I'm giving away 2 full-size products. So this is very limited time, very, there's a little sense of urgency on that. Okay. So, Susan, thank you for your help. I continue to feel much better. Most snacking is gone. Doesn't that feel good? Oh my gosh, that feels so good when you feel like you have a little bit more control. And again, you guys, the whole reason why I talk about supplementation that's targeted and that is very like core issues for, like you're targeting something very specific. You're not just willy-nilly taking whatever you can find at, your drugstore or something's being sampled to you or whatever. But instead you're just like an arrow. You're pulling back that arrow and you're targeting the system that needs to be targeted. And all of a sudden your body, your engines start to roar again. They start to pick up speed and they start to actually produce the result that you've been looking for. But that's kind of how we do that. So root cause supplementation is what we talk about. But let's dive into the liver. The liver, here we go. You guys, this is such an important conversation. I mean, again, you kind of drive my content, right? Because we talk a lot about what are the issues that you guys are having. And in my DMs, it's like, I have fatty liver, I have fatty liver, I have fatty liver. And don't you realize that like 60 years ago, the people that had fatty liver, they were alcoholics. That's why today it's called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Isn't that a little startling? Don't you want to know why? Why would somebody's DMs be filled with, I have fatty liver, I have fatty liver? Why? Right? So that's what we're going to dive into. So most people think of the liver as this background organ, just filters your toxins, which it does. We're happy about that, right? But here's the truth. Your liver is either healing you or it's breaking you down. It's never neutral. So it's this like strong, it's a beefy organ, like it's, it's got muscle to it and it's constantly working for you. It's going to help you regulate your blood sugar. It's going to help you regulate your hormones, and insulin is a hormone, and you want your liver functioning at a very, very high level. That's what you want. Okay. So when insulin resistance shows up, here we go. Here's the conversation, right? It's usually because the liver is screaming for help. Okay. Long before your labs ever show anything. This is what's happening. So what if we target that root cause? What if we get into that liver area right up here, and we start to help that liver function and do its job, and pretty soon the results start to change. So fatty liver is not a wait and see condition. I don't know if you know this or not, but it's not a wait and see condition. It's one of the main reasons why women over 40 cannot lose weight no matter how hard they try. So it's your fat metabolizing organ. And if you have a sluggish liver or you have a fatty liver, no fat burning for you. And it's the exact same conversation if your insulin is always high, if your hormone insulin is always high, because you're constantly eating, or because you're constantly like eating foods that are spiking your sugars and calling on insulin. That's where that's coming from, right? So it's a constant spiking and spiking and spiking. And that is where you are stuck and feeling not only bloated, but like, no matter what I try, I cannot lose a pound. I try everything. It doesn't work. What used to work for me doesn't work for me anymore. This is why, okay? Because your system has actually decided that it's like bogged down, okay? So that's how we're going to fix that. So high insulin plus fatty liver now, both together, is a vicious loop. It's like, double trouble, baby, double trouble. Super frustrating, right? Insulin drives more fat into the liver. Boom, 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 boom. High insulin, you eat, your pancreas releases insulin to take care of what you eat. And if you're eating every 2 hours, then there's a lot of insulin going, and it's doing this, and they can't get it into the cell because you are resistant. And so it is going to drive more fat into your liver. More, right up here into your liver. And your sluggish liver is now keeping your insulin high. So drive more fat into the liver, fatty liver, insulin high. Drive more fat into the liver, insulin high. Like, this is the loop. This is the loop that is so dang frustrating. You don't even know you're in the middle of it. This is why we get the results we get on the total body reset. This is why, I'm just telling you, there's an actual reason. This isn't marketing magic. This isn't bells and whistles and bows and things like that, pretty wrapping. This is just literal. You are targeting the systems, the root cause of why you can't burn fat. You're targeting the root cause of why you're on scripts. You're targeting the root cause of why you're exhausted, of why you can't think straight, of why you're not sleeping well. Okay, we're going to get into that right now. Who is saying hi on StreamYard? Good morning, Megda. Good morning, Jody. Good to see you. Sue, hello. Saw you in the group. Good to see you, Sue. Jan, you told your sister-in-law about my live yesterday. Your brother-in-law had his gallbladder out this year and has had so many problems ever since. They will understand it so much better after hearing your content. Yay, Jan! I'm so glad. Good, yes. Tell everybody that needs this help. So, hold on. Oh, very, very good. Oh, so what is your name? Casey Hendra 22. You don't know how to do it without any solution. Yeah. So a GLP-1 was helping her get out of the fatty liver. How? I don't know. I don't know how to do it without. So any solution. Yes. I will go over here in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to actually talk to you more about, I'm going to pull, remember the total body reset is six pieces, right? 6. I'm going to talk to you about 3 of them. 3 of them. Half of the total body reset is for the liver. So I'm only going to talk about that. So that'll be very good to be just a very specific for you. Maybe you don't feel like you need the whole total body reset. So we'll just talk about 3. And that actually makes a humongo difference. I've had a customer that has gone, from a bad fatty liver MRI to a mild. This is completely within your control. You just don't know it. Nobody's told you this. And you don't realize that a fatty liver is 100% reversible, in my opinion, and the doctors that I listen to, until it's cirrhosis. So this is not a non-consequential conversation. It's not neutral. Fatty liver is not a neutral conversation. This is a really big deal. Okay. All right. So let's jump in. I didn't mean to scare anybody. Okay. So maybe you're waking up at 3 a.m. and you're wide awake for no reason. Okay. That is your liver struggling to detox. When you sleep, your liver is detoxing. It's supposed to be, right? But if it's struggling, it's probably dumping sugar into your bloodstream, which then wakes you up and your cortisol spikes. But nonetheless, it's a liver detox issue. Maybe your skin keeps breaking out even though you've cleaned up your diet. Could be having breakouts. That's your liver pushing toxins out through your skin. So if you know somebody that struggles with acne, struggles with just breakouts, sometimes we're like, we're in our 40s going, what's going on, right? Well, this is a whole liver conversation, right? So share this with somebody who that would help them. Your skin, you feel bloated after every meal, or your bowels flip-flop. Okay. So fatty liver creates poor quality bile. You need good quality bile to break everything down and keep moving everything along, right? So fatty liver creates poor quality bile, which messes with gut health and digestion. Okay, so you need to up the function of your liver, up the bile quality. Maybe you're taking some supplements, but you're still deficient because you're just maybe I'm taking a vitamin D and a C and and that's good. Those are good, right? However, targeting the root cause is a different conversation to be had. So if you have poor bile flow, you are, you're not anything that's fat soluble, like your vitamin D, A, E, K, they're not breaking down because you don't have the proper structure in place. So you might just be flushing sups down the toilet. Just telling you. So this is how it's all connected to insulin resistance. When insulin stays high, it locks fat in the liver and tells your body to keep storing instead of burning. So fat burning mode, fat burning switch gets turned off. Okay. That's why that's so frustrating for women who are trying to lose weight, and you just keep gaining the belly weight. Like it just keeps growing and you're wondering, why is this happening? Why do I keep growing? Yes, this is all connected to gallbladder, Kelly. And we did talk about that yesterday. We did a whole live on gallbladder yesterday. You are 100% right. Bile. Yep. Whether you have one or you've had it removed, both issues put strain on the liver if your liver is sluggish. So yes, very, very smart. So this is why fatigue and cravings and belly fat keep showing up, because your liver is overloaded. Okay. And your cells are resistant. So your cells say no more to insulin and glucose trying to get into the cell. So they are resistant, insulin resistant to the insulin. The door is closed. The lock got thrown away. Okay. And insulin was supposed to be a key to open the lock, but it can't. Okay. So now it's going to store all the fat. Where is it going to store it? Everybody say it with me together. The liver. How do you get fatty liver? Resistance to insulin. And insulin is a fat storing hormone. Insulin resistant. Fat gets stored because insulin is a fat storing hormone in the liver. It doesn't stop there. It can be around your organs. It can be, around your intestines. Like this is the issue, right? Okay. So This isn't just a metabolism issue, even though, yes, your metabolism is affected, right? But it's a whole body signal that your detox and energy systems are jammed. So you have like a jam going on in your body, right? So this is what the good news is, though, is that your liver can regenerate. Woohoo! Liver can regenerate. That's the miracle of all of this. And you can do these by simple things. Like you can do food swaps, like ingredient food swaps. We'll talk about this next week in the group. We'll do the 5-day free challenge. So food swaps, eliminate high fructose corn syrup, which can only go through your liver. It's not the same as other glucose. High fructose corn syrup is a different beast. Only can be metabolized by your liver. Fruit juices. Nope. Get off of the fruit juices. Take them. Don't have them for your children. This idea of juice boxes is a freaking joke. Don't do that. And, I'm not saying that's the sole cause, but just the fact that we have fatty liver in our kids should really alarm us. What the heck are they supposed to do? If we can't figure it out, what are they supposed to do? Right? It's an issue. Seed oils. Instead, choose like lemon water, olive oil, real protein, things that make your liver go, thank you, thank you. That's a really big conversation. If your liver, this is why I have that free protein blueprint. Eating protein that does not spike your sugars is such a key to your moving forward and stopping the cycle that you've been in. Okay. Lifestyle swaps would be, and I'm not always the best at this, but stop eating 3 hours before bed, because remember, your liver detoxes while you sleep. Okay. So it detoxes while you sleep. And in fact, I picked up some out of our organics line. We have a ginger mint tea, and I grabbed this recently because if I can start drinking maybe tea in the evenings, and because I love mint a lot, then that could be something that I could do, instead of grabbing a snack or something, because and then helpful for digestion. Okay. So these are the things that I'm implementing, just telling you. And I love that it's organic. Why would I ever want to drink tea leaves that have been sprayed with glyphosate? Like, does not compute. I would not do that. But anyway, just want you guys to have thought process on that. Get morning movement, like get up and walk, whether you are walking in the morning or whenever it fits into your life, but get up and move. You have to have movement. Your lymphatic system does not have a pump like your heart has a pump. It doesn't have one. You are the pump. When you're doing you're stretching and you're moving and you're walking, that's your pump. You are pumping your lymphatic system. It's you. Who knew? So you have to get up and move. You have to choose movement. Get on the treadmill, go outside for a walk. Do whatever you have to do to actually start to move those toxins through your body and get everything flowing again. Okay. And lower your stress. And I talk about this with you guys a lot because we live in a stressful society. We have access in our faces all the time. We have access to stressful content. And we've gotten so used to it that we don't even recognize how stressful it is, because you might just grab your phone and the news. I have almost 0 notifications on my phone. The one place that I have notifications that show up are on a business app that I use for my business team. That's the one place that I have notifications on. I do not have notifications on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, any news organization, none of it. You do not get to interrupt my brain space and cause even the smallest spike in cortisol. No, I choose what I take in when I want to take it in. I hope that's resonating with somebody today. I would not have said that had that not probably been for somebody. But you can turn off all of your notifications and you choose when you want to ingest that information. If you're somebody who, my mother was a newspaper reader. I mean, that was her life. Her life was sitting down with the, in Minneapolis, we have what's called the Star and Tribune, and she had the Star and Tribune delivered, of course. And she would sit down with her coffee every single morning and read through the newspaper. Sundays, I mean, that was even a bigger deal because then you got the big fat newspaper and with all of the coupons. And of course, then the kids, we would fight for the comics and who got to read the comics. But she would sit for hours, read the newspaper, drink her coffee, and take a nap after lunch. That was normal in my world. So news has always been a part of our life, right? But now everything is so available. And so the fact that we have such high stress in our life and that we're constantly talking about, how can I de-stress? How can I like calm myself? Why do I have anxiety? It's all being very amplified, right? And exacerbated by everything that goes on around us. And like I said, we can pick up our phone and we can see images of things that we were never meant to see. So we have to guard our eyes on this. And we have to choose, if somebody causes you pay attention today, do this maybe this weekend. If you're scrolling at all and anything, just anything, don't have any judgment on it. Just scroll and go, did anything make you go, anything, even just the tiniest, then ask yourself, is that content that I recently unfollowed a couple of people, just recently, like literally within the last couple of days. And it has nothing to do with, I like them. I like their content. I like their information, but I have to control anything that's spiking me. Like if I'm having a reaction to it, I just unfollow. Anyway, that's for somebody. But this is why then I talk to you about like the ashwagandha and the magnesium at night before you go to bed. It's a whole nother conversation. But get your stress figured out because your liver is trying so hard to dump your excess cortisol. But if your liver is sluggish, you cannot dump your excess cortisol. And your body is just like yelling at you for help. And the fact that you're having a hard time losing fat is one of the reasons. You have to deal with liver things, gallbladder things, gut things, insulin things before your body will deliver you the fat loss. Focus on your sleep. Get your stress down. Maybe drink some lemon water. Don't eat before you go to bed. There are things that you can do to like support and love your body so that it can function. Okay. So again, this is not a neutral conversation. Your liver is either trying to heal you or it's trying to break you down. And this is why we have to take care of it. So, Tony, hi, good to see you. Very good to see you. Thanks for jumping on YouTube. That's fantastic. I don't get as many YouTube people on, so that's really awesome. Joan says, thank you for the stress talk. Maybe silence. Yes, I know it's a big deal for all of us. It really, really is. So what I wanted to do then today was this. So remember at the beginning of the live, I talked about how the end of the month is tomorrow. I'm doing a drawing for 2 full-size products for any orders that get placed. It doesn't have to be a new customer. Okay. I'm just letting you know that I'm doing that so that, if you wanted to take advantage of anything, you could. The customer campaign is 3 months in a row of 150 or more, you get $75 off. You can steal the month of October by either, you don't have to be a new customer, but if you are, like you could do October, November, December. And if you're a regular customer and you just haven't placed an order in a while, you can do October, November, December. You're cashing in December is my point. But instead of doing the total body reset, which are 6 products, I'm going to show you the 3 of them, the 3 of them that are for the liver specifically. And I've called it the liver reset stack. I have it on my site and all that stuff. So maybe you have heard of, maybe you've heard me call it that before, but I'm plucking these 3 out of the 6 of the total body reset. And if you're already on the total body reset, then hallelujah, like encourage yourself. 50% of it is for your liver. Like, let's go the distance, take the journey, go longer than you think you need to go, because then maybe you can have an MRI that goes from a bad to a mild fatty liver. Maybe you can actually start to begin to burn fat because your liver is no longer sluggish or your insulin is down. Like, let's go. Okay. So the 3 are the primer, liver. This is the gut primer. This is the greens product. Okay. It's green, but it has 6 different blends in it. This is where, remember yesterday when we talked about gallbladder, you have got to change the function of your liver and the quality of your bile in order for your body to be able to even process fat soluble vitamins, in order for your body to actually process fat that you're eating. And your liver is your fat metabolizing organ. Okay. So this is the first piece of the puzzle. The second piece of the puzzle is a tablet twice a day. This is once a day, 1 scoop in the morning. And this is the orange pixie stick. So aren't you glad that this is a part of the liver reset stack? Everybody's happy that this is a part of it, because this is actually, it tastes like orange candy. That's why. I sourced this out of the sports nutrition line because it targets visceral fat. And guess what fatty liver is? It's visceral fat. So this is actually, and you know that this works. Man, do you know that this works? Because the inches that you lose, I tell people, like, get yourself a measuring tape, okay? And measure right under your bust here. Measure your waist. I know you can't see me on Facebook, sorry. Measure your waist and then measure your hips. And keep those 3 measurements. And after about 1 month, generally people will see like 1 inch loss. Okay, you're bloating, the liver reset stack, your bloating is going to diminish. You're going to feel like maybe something's a little looser around your waist, and it's because you're losing fat from the inside out. So the fat that you can pinch here, it's because that visceral fat is being laid down underneath and it's pushing it out. Okay, so you're losing it from the inside out. That's where maybe about 30 days, 1 inch. 90 days, common for you to give me your testimonies, 3-4 inches. Common, 2-3-4 inches. It depends on the location and it depends on the person and where they're holding their fat. After a year, Megda had 14 inches altogether. After 5 months, Patty had 10 inches. Trying to think if I have anybody else. Terry, I can't remember Terry's. I don't remember. Lori from lovely Wisconsin. Good to see you, Lori. I know it's a little gloomy here in Minnesota today. I wonder if it's gloomy over there too. But very common. And then what I would tell you is when you grab the liver reset stack, and I'll show you where to grab it right now. Go for 90 days. Do this 90 days, 3 months in a row. Bam, bam, bam. Do 3 months in a row. Okay. And then take 1 month off of this and just do this for 1 month. Because this is a thermogenic and you don't want your body to get used to it. It won't hurt you, but just to like amplify your results, just to amplify a little bit. And I'm trying to remember if this actually gets you up to the 150. It may not. I'm thinking about this right now as I'm talking to you because I don't want you to miss out on that. But either way, you can always reach out to me and I can help you. So my site is my first last name.com. And if you don't know what my name is, here, hold on. Let's see if you can read this. Can you read this? Well, you can see it right here. It's right here for you on Facebook and YouTube. It's right there. So I don't even have to show you. But I can show you that it comes up with my picture. Can you see my name right there? There we go. There's my name. Kirsten Liebelt.com. KirstenLiebelt.com. You can screenshot that, okay? But that's my face. And for you guys, you can just go right to my page and it's right there for you. There's a blue arrow on TikTok. But because if they see me doing this, then they don't like me doing this. But basically, right here, hold on, right here. These 4 buttons, normally we talk about this last one right here, which is the total body reset. Today we're talking about this one, the liver reset stack. That's what we're talking about. The second button right there. You want some free resources? Go down under my before and after picture right there. You need to contact me, go to the bottom. But at the top right here, there are 4 buttons. The second one is the liver reset. Okay. So register as a customer if you want to get the free shipping, if you want to get into the customer campaign. And again, I apologize. Let me see. I'm going to check it out so I can give you proper information. I've done so many customized carts recently for you guys that I forget what the actual, preliminary ones that we have set up for you guys. So let's add these to a cart. View the cart. Uno momento, por favor. It's loading. Here we go. Yes, it's $157 for those 3. So you would get the free shipping and the first month into the customer campaign just by doing that. So I just want you to know that that's an option. If you wanted the whole total body reset, you would be, because you maybe have heard me talk about it, like every day. It's these 3 plus, where's my plus 5-strain probiotic capsule that helps with insulin and sugars, and a tablet that helps with metabolism. Okay, so between the 2, but either way, you can use your use Messenger, and you can reach out to me in Messenger. Oh, I have to be so careful about how I talk because of TikTok. You can just reach out to me. Okay, any of my, DMs and stuff. And I'd be more than happy to send you. I can do customized carts, and I can also just send you that if you want to. Sometimes people want to talk to me and you want to tell me what's going on specifically to know if you need anything added on or if that's really right for you. I was super happy to help somebody the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you stopped and asked me, let's take a different course of action for you, because she just had different factors going on in her world. And that makes me really happy to be able to do that. I do not want you getting things that you don't need. We all have enough cupboards that look like our makeup drawers. We don't need that. We don't want that to be the way that it is. I actually don't take anything that doesn't support my insulin resistance. That's not targeted for root cause. I'm just a super clean person that way. So, oh yeah, you can definitely. In fact, you know what? Good afternoon. Good to see you. Okay, so I just took a picture. So, Teresa, I can reach out to you. I'll reach out to you afterwards. I just took a screenshot so I would remember your name because it won't stay on there. And you can I'll just leave you a voice text, and then you can just talk back to me and tell me what you need. Okay. So if you need anything, let me know. Don't forget the end of the month is tomorrow. So if you have anything that you wanted to grab for October, your name will go into a drawing, and I'm drawing out 2 full-size products. So I haven't done that in a really, really long time, like a really long time, just because the campaign is such a good campaign. And I already send out things for those who are on auto ship. I do a drawing for them as well. So I haven't done this like forever. This is just something that I'm just throwing out there for the fall. We're going into November. Who wants to get their life figured out for the holidays? Who actually wants to take action and want to reward the action takers? Because maybe you want a completely different holiday season than you had last year. You don't want to sit there and be bloated and just gaining weight and feeling like trash all the time that you can't even enjoy your family memories or whatever it is. So, do I know what to do if your poop is orange? Do you think supplements would help, or could it be something more serious? I do not know what that would be. And so I would definitely research that, because let me just see what a preliminary answer. I am not a doctor. And so you would definitely need to find out what that is. I mean, obviously the first thought is diet, whatever you're eating, like normal, right? Food and drinks would be the most common. Orange stool is often linked to what you've eaten recently. Common culprits: carrot, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, squash, high in beta carotene, red or orange colored foods, natural colorings or artificial dyes, supplementing with beta carotene or vitamin A, that could make everything orange. So if you're doing that, these pigments can pass through your digestive system. It could be supplements or medication. So it could be antacids that contain aluminum hydroxide, multivitamins or vitamin blends, which are rich in carotenoids, which are good for you, some antibiotics, or it could be digestive or bile flow issues. So stool color changes persist beyond a few days. Here's maybe the answer you're looking for. I don't know. and food isn't the cause, it might reflect how bile is being processed. So you might have a low bile flow, which is interesting. Isn't that what we just talked about? Resetting your liver. From your liver or your gallbladder can prevent normal brown coloring. Rapid transit, meaning that food moving too quickly through your intestines due to diarrhea or malabsorption can cause stool to appear orange because bile doesn't have time to darken it brown. This is interesting. If orange stool comes with pain, nausea, greasy or clay-colored stools, yellowing of the skin or the eyes, like jaundice, or ongoing changes, it's worth getting checked. Go see your doctor. These could relate to liver, gallbladder, or pancreatic function. Okay, so I hope that helped. Maybe that gives you pause to decide where you are on the scale of checking that. And you either need to go see somebody, or it's possible you're just needing to reset your liver. But that's what I would say about that. Okay. There you go, you guys. We'll be back here at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow. And then next week, we continue the 11 o'clock every day, right? But then we also do the 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the challenge, the 5-day challenge. That's free. And the group is Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. Give your email to get in. Yeah, you are welcome. And if you need something from me, let me know. If you want to look at the liver reset, those are the 3 that we just talked about. If that fits into what you're thinking, these are the 3 for the liver, and great results. But anyway, so we'll do the challenge and be here at 11 next week. This is what we do, and it's our 30th challenge. So if you are needing a path to like walk on, somebody to actually support you in your journey, somebody who will actually do journey with you, then that's what we do in our little community. So, all right. See you guys later. Have the best day ever. And if you need anything, let me know. If you need to get in the drawing and you need a cart or something, happy to help. Have a really, 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 really good day.